Hey Gemini, what's up guys? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and do a full moon reading, okay? Let's just check out the energies and how that's gonna be impacting us in the upcoming future. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's going to have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you so much for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So the full moon is the full moon in Aries. And I did look it up just to really quickly see what this is about. And apparently it is about ending roadblocks and restrictions in your life, okay? And pushing forward to achieve whatever goals that you're trying to achieve, okay? So some of you guys could feel like there has been some kind of restriction or roadblock here that has stopped you from achieving something. I feel like you're gonna see an end to that. We did get the snake energy. So some of you guys, since this is a full moon eclipse, there's also the added effect of something being eclipsed out, you know? I'm not an astrologist and I have damn sure never claimed to be one, but I do feel like when it's an eclipse on the full moon versus on the new moon, it's almost the energy here of like we're eclipsing something out versus eclipsing something in. So there could be this this shedding of a skin here that's happening, you know, there could be something internal here that you are eclipsing out of your life. There could also be some snaky ass people or energy that you're also eclipsing out, okay? Take it as it resonates. Either way, there's been an irritant, okay? There's been an irritation here where you've needed to shed something. And I do feel like that's happening during this full moon, okay, for sure. Those of you that have Aries heavy in your chart, North Node, South Node, something like that as well, I feel like maybe your Mercury, this is going to be really significant, this full moon for you, okay? All right, let's get a yes or no for Gemini gang, okay? I hope you thought really quickly, all right, because we have a yes that popped out. So we're getting off to a good start. We have this as a sign. Here's your sign, okay? Let's get you guys a power animal for this full moon. You know, a power animal is an animal that you use its strengths, its traits, its attributions to help you in whatever situation that you're going through, okay? So what is the power animal going to be for Gemini with this full moon that they're going to be dealing with, okay? What is the power animal going to be for Gemini gang? The power animal, we have the crow. Nice. I know a lot of you guys really like the crow energy, okay? So for some of you guys, you are trying to see the wisdom within situations and move beyond that state of fear or anxiety, right? There is this energy here of your intuition telling you everything's gonna be okay and you learning to trust that. With the crow, this full moon could really be intensifying your psychic abilities and connections, okay? So where you thought that you were psychic before or you knew what was coming, you knew what to expect before, there's almost this energy of like you're gonna be very clear about it. You could also have some kind of wisdom or knowledge that's given to you during this full moon, Gemini. There could be something here where you're being given some kind of spiritual download, okay? There could have been a storm in your life recently that has really shifted some shit to the side, as storms tend to do, okay? It's made a mess of things, but now you get to clean up that mess. And there's almost like when you're cleaning up this mess, it's like you're finding something, okay? So whatever this nugget of information, this nugget of clarity, the spiritual download, or this pearl of wisdom that's within yourself, whatever this is that you're finding during this cleanup energy, okay? I feel like this is going to help you see forward, or it's going to help you put the piece into this puzzle that you've needed. There's something about something giving you the answers that you need, okay? These answers are going to come in, and they could come in a very unexpected way too. Some of you guys, there could have been this energy of like shiny crow syndrome, either you've been dealing with or somebody attached to you has been dealing with, Gemini. And you know, that's when basically the crow will have something shiny and it goes after it, and then it sees something else that's shiny and it's like, oh, I gotta have that, right? So it drops whatever this is and it goes and runs to that. There could be this energy here where you've been shifting around or you haven't been really ready to settle in, is really what I'm getting here. I feel like you might find like the ultimate shiny thing, okay? Like there could be something here, or maybe you're bouncing around from project to project, Gemini, or maybe like whatever you create, it's like 1 second you want to work on this, 1 second you want to focus on that, then you're bouncing over here, then your mind's over there. You know, they're really very much giving me like the energy of a dragonfly. So there could be just being able to kind of bounce around to a lot of different ideas, concepts, and clarity and truths, right? But there's something here where we need to settle in on one, okay? So there is something here with that. I also feel like there's something here where, you know, you're being given this sense of potential here. And it really is going to be up to you what you do with this potential. So this full moon could really be opening up a sense of potential to you. Okay, your allergies could be acting up because suddenly my allergies are like off the chain. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. It says the crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities: the past, the present, and the future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those who have crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded and hypersensitive. To bring into balance, daily meditation practice, okay? And they're also giving me journaling, because journaling might be really important for somebody to kind of write down what you're feeling, get it out on paper, so that way it's not swirling around in your mind. Because sometimes our mind can be our greatest friend. It can also be our biggest enemy, right? So there's this energy here of like thoughts and things, anxieties, hopes, fears, questions swirling around in your mind, and it just kind of taking up that space that it doesn't need to be taken up, right? Get it out on paper so we can get some new shit in there, so you can think about something new, so you can develop new ideas, so you can work with whatever this sense of potential is, Gemini, because it's very significant. Now, as a power animal, what this is saying is that you have a very, again, strong psychic ability or gift here. You also have some kind of draw into the supernatural. So there could be some weird things going on, okay? There could be like some knocking on the doors and on the windows and doors shutting and things kind of falling off the counter and, you know, hearing things and, you know, seeing things out of the corner of your eye. You could be like, what the hell's happening? I feel like there's something that's being activated during this full moon, okay? So what Spirit is asking you to do is keep yourself clear. Keep yourself as grounded as possible during these times, because it's very important while you are connecting with the supernatural or your own self in a sense of psychicness that you are balanced, okay? So, you know, keep yourself balanced, eat a healthy diet, right? Find friends, joyful friends, people who are on the same page with you, people who can bring real joy into your life, and of course regular self-study. So being willing to take accountability, being willing to hold that mirror up to yourself and reflect, okay, on who you are, your choices, what you've done, what you plan to do, okay? It's really important to just be balanced within your own energy right now. This card is also talking about the realities, right? The past, the present, and the future. We're only going towards one, right? We're only going towards the future, but the past and the present are still just as valuable in whatever it is that you are either transmuting during this full moon or bringing in, because endings are but a beginning, guys, right? Sometimes it's easy to get caught up on the endings. Endings can be very painful. They can be shocking. They can be disruptive. But at the end of the day, you know, the ending is but a doorway to a beginning, right? Death is but a door to a new beginning. So there's something here where it's like Spirit wants you to reconcile the past and the present and what's happened here so you can welcome your future with open arms or wings, whatever, okay? And just be ready to accept it, okay? Because there is something coming. I feel that very strongly here. I don't know if we're going to pick up on that during the reading, but for whatever purposes, Spirit wants us to focus on the fact that we need to reconcile the past and the present. Some of you guys might feel a little guilty maybe about some of your behavior, or you could feel upset about something. You could feel there's a sense of shame here, or there's a sense of like, I wish I could go back and say things differently, change things, tweak this just a little bit to have a different outcome. What Spirit is saying is that the past is the past, the present is the present. All we can look forward to is the future here. Okay, so there's a need to, again, reconcile what has happened with yourself, with other people, within situations, and keep it moving like Susan. Okay, that's what you need to do. All right, let's go ahead and put this little guy over here. Let's move this where you guys can kind of see. Oh, Lord. There we go. Just fling that over. There we go, the little crow buddy. We are going to use the Moonology at the end because obviously we're in full moon interjeet, so we need to. But we're going to look into the tea leaves. I feel like getting some details. And if there's one thing these tea leaves do, it's give you details. Some of y'all could be learning how to actually read tea leaves, not these, but like, you know, tea in the bottom of a coffee cup, or coffee grounds, or stones, or shells, or something like that. Some of you guys are being asked to make an amulet for yourself. Okay, so there could be a symbol that you're meant to create, or a symbol that you're very drawn to. Some of you guys, it could be like the peace sign. Some of you guys, it could be a star. It could be a heart. It could be a triangle, or it could be an evil eye. It could be whatever. It could be a symbol that you make yourself. Okay, but there's something here where it's like drawing strength from symbols right now, or from an amulet. I also get the energy of spirit wanting somebody to go around and collect little things from nature. Like, here's a little feather, here's a little acorn, here's a little shell that I found that's unique and different. Like, find these earthly treasures and put it in a pouch and keep it with you. It's like your protective pouch, or it's something that's gonna bring manifestations in, or something like that, okay? There's something here about connecting with nature too. Like, if you stay a lot of times in your house cooped up, or if you're always either in your house or around friends, right? I know that the card said to find joyful friends, but for some of you, you might realize that some of your friends got like a little bit of bird bitch energy, or there's a little bit of snaky energy. You're trying to shed some of that. Like, there could be not so great influences around you where it's like your friends are out in nature. You have furry friends, right? You have friends that maybe they fly, or they swim, or they slither, right? There's something here where it's like finding friends in nature. Some of y'all might actually go on like a nature, like, I don't know, like a camping trip, an outing, a hike. You might actually find some actual friends out there. They may be like, hey, how you doing? I don't know. I don't know why they would sound like that, but there could be something where they're just like, you know, and you're like, I'm good. And like, I don't know, you meet them and y'all talk and you guys get to know each other, and damn it, you've met a friend out in nature, okay? And you guys already know you have a couple things in common, right? You like to escape from the world, so there you go. There's something about that though, okay? All right, so this full moon energy, please, Spirit. Well, how is this affecting Gemini? Ooh, this really wanted to pop. It really did, okay? The needle and the thread, a sincere wish will be granted. I'm actually going to keep that over there. But you guys know how I do, right? What do we have here for Gemini, please? What is this full moon? What's either being brought in, or how's this full moon affecting Gemini? Let's just get some general energy on this full moon, okay? We have the cracked cup with the beetle that came out. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the harp. Okay, great happiness. So the cracked cup says dissatisfaction with life, okay? It says bored, lost, wanting more, in a rut, and judging your choices. I told you there could be some kind of sense of shame or remorse out here with the snake energy, because there's something about, like, I love snakes, as you guys know, one of my favorite animals, if not my favorite animal, especially after owning a snake. I just think they are just so fucking amazing. I think they get totally like a bad rap, and people are just creeped out by them, and that's why they don't like them. But if you actually ever have a snake, like, snakes are so awesome. Like, they really are. Anyways, or maybe that's just my snake. I don't know. I love that little guy. Anyways, now that I've gotten that out, I feel like with this cracked cup here, because there's something about the origin of a snake, of why it crawls on its belly. My other phone is dead as a fucking doorknob, okay? So I cannot look to see what that is. So somebody who knows everything is gonna have to get in the comments and tell me. But there's something with snakes and why they slither on their belly. It's like a sense of shame, or it's a sense of like, that's a punishment for something. I don't know. There's something around that of why snakes they slither on their belly, okay? And there could be something connected with that. Spirit is saying, again, the past and the present. The present is always kind of ever shifting, right? It's the present, but let's just wait. It's not the present anymore. That present that we just talked about is no longer here. Now that is officially in the past. It's the recent past, but it's the past. So the present is kind of always there, but never there at the same time, if that makes any sense. So again, there's something here with letting go of what's been cracked, what's been broken, what maybe parts you played, what parts other people played, because there could have been something where it just felt like everything was all fucked and it's just fucked, right? Like that's just kind of what I'm getting here. You know that meme where the guy is in the water and he has his thumbs up and that's all you can see is his thumbs up from the water? I'm getting that, except for I'm getting the birds. Where somebody's like sinking and they're like, fuck you. Okay? Like, you know, that's my last words of encouragement to all y'all is fuck you, right? There's something about that for somebody. But I just feel like there's something here where maybe, Gemini, you felt like you were in a rut here. You want more. You want more from life. Maybe you feel very frustrated with yourself because you want more from life, but you keep making the same fucking choices, or you keep doing the same thing, or things keep happening, like the same energy keeps showing up, or you keep falling into the same kind of patterns and situations, right? So there could be something here where maybe there is something that you're meant to learn. When that happens, when repeating things happen, usually is a sign that we need to learn a lesson. We haven't processed something, right? So we need to process it. So there could be something like that. But I feel like what this cracked cup is doing is it's giving you a chance to rebuild. Now, I know that there's a Japanese tradition. I forget what it's called. Again, I can't reference on my phone. But it's like when something falls and breaks, like a plate or a cup or something like that, they don't just discard it. They don't just throw it out. They take it and they glue it back together, but they glue it and bind it with gold, you know? So it's like taking what's been lost in your life and transmuting that energy and turning it into something amazing, okay? Because, excuse me, guys, I feel like that's what's about to actually happen. We have the beetle energy that came out. It's talking about ancestor blessings, good fortune, and something incredible happens, okay? Mr. Incredible. That could be significant for some of you guys, okay? I feel like there's something here where it's like out of a bad situation, out of a rut, maybe something needed to be broken, right? Maybe something needed to be shattered. Maybe there's this energy of like, you know, we always have tea time at this time every single day, and you know, we want to do something else. We want to break free. We want to have more for ourselves, but we have this tea and this teacup and we need to fill it and we need to do this. Well, one day you're walking along with your teacup as usual. It's 12:05 like it always is when you're drinking your tea, and you slip or you fall or you do something, you know, judging your choices here, you break the cup. Okay, the cup's broken. It's gone. Well, no more tea time, right? And even though it sucks and it hurts and it's like, damn, now I'm lost because that was something that I did every day or whatever. Now we get to look forward to the new, because like I had said, death is but a door. The ending is but a beginning that's waiting to happen, okay? So there's something here with that where whatever has cracked, it cracked it on purpose. You needed to remove that. You needed to get out of this rut so you could welcome this new, okay? And we have the harp here, flowing energy, harmony, music to your ears, and great happiness. It's almost like, you know, out of this sadness or this dissatisfaction with whatever has happened here, Gemini. It's going to be different for everybody. We can focus on the wound. We can focus on the crack of the cup. It's so easy to get into that energy and be like, no, my cup, right? Like, why would I break my fucking cup, right? Like, that is so stupid. I love that cup. That cup was awesome. That cup was always there for me when I needed it. It filled me up. It gave me a sense of comfort. It fit just right in my fucking hand. Why would I break my fucking cup, right? Like, some of you guys could feel like that, okay? But I feel like there's something here. There's like a blessing in disguise here, guys, okay? Call me crazy, right? You wouldn't be the first one, but I feel like there's something here where there is a blessing in disguise. All right, so we're going to see what this is talking about. Let's get some more. For this full moon energy, for Gemini, please. Just general energy with this full moon, what's happening, what's being, you know, eclipsed out, what's being eclipsed in, whatever you want us to know about this full moon for Gemini, please. Okay, we have the yoke. Okay. It says stuck in a karmic situation, which is interesting because we have in a rut over here. And then we have feeling tied down or frustrated, jail, prison, probation, lack of creative freedom, okay? So I feel like you're breaking free from something that has been holding you back, guys. I feel that so strongly. In fact, I'm actually going to, I feel like, put that next to this cracked cup because I feel like that's exactly where it belongs. There's some kind of energy here where it says the turkey. It says someone who's behaving stupidly. Think before you act. Jive turkey, okay? You jab turkey. And then it says a wild turkey. So some of you guys, there could have been a situation where somebody was like, I don't know, they got drunk, inebriated, they made some bad decisions, or somebody just wasn't thinking before they acted or before they spoke. They did something. This could have been you, Gemini. This could be somebody else. I do feel like there was a breaking of a cup here. But whatever this breaking of this cup was, it kind of freed you from whatever karmic situation this was. Some of you guys might felt like you were in jail or you were imprisoned by something or somebody. Some of you guys have been feeling that way in your energy, like I just can't break free from whatever this is. Maybe it's not somebody at all. It could just be an energy. You know, it could be this sensation of feeling like you've been in some kind of spiritual prison or purgatory or something where, you know, you're in the spiritual waiting room here, you know, and I'm getting some energy of like somebody pacing. And like going up to the receptionist, you know, that's a little angel with like wings. And they're like, okay, I've been here for like 300 years. Am I going to get out of here anytime soon? They're like, listen, sir, you're not the only one waiting here. Okay. There's something like that. They're like, look around. Everybody else wants to hear from the divine too. Everybody else wants growth too. You're not the only one. So could you please go sit down and be patient, right? Like there's something about that where you guys are waiting for something to lift, which actually goes with that Aries full moon energy talking about the roadblocks and the restrictions being lifted, okay? So there's something here with that, guys, all right? Okay. Anything else? I feel like the little angel goes right back to filing their nails. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous, okay? What do we have here for this full moon energy for Gemini, please? What's going on? And see, since the full moon energy is talking about cycles really closing up, especially with the eclipse energy that's attached to this, I feel like a lot of this that we're going to be talking about is things that you're needing to remove or you're needing to kind of transform into your life. You know what? I'm not going search. It's like 5 cards and I'm not going searching for those 5 cards. But I will say that one of them is the sun, okay? So we have a firecracker coming out and we have an eye, okay? We also have spiritual love on the bottom of the deck. It says a strong spiritual connection and growing from a dark place, right? Which is exactly what happens with the lily energy. It grows up from the muck. Okay, it grows up from the darkness. It grows from all that stagnant, gross, watery energy that smells like swamp, right? Like it grows from that and it's beautiful. So there could be something here where maybe you're not even expecting this beautiful of a transformation, Gemini. You're not expecting to come up out of this skunky, swampy, musky, I want to say almost like sweaty. I don't know. There's something here where somebody's going through it for real, okay? But I get this energy here of like, you're not even realizing the growth that's about to happen. Okay, lest we forget the sincere wish that's coming through here. We have the firecracker with the eye. The firecracker says sudden action. It's about to pop off, okay? Drama and excitement. The eye says your gut is speaking to you, ... Listen, I don't know why. I felt like that ... was serious, okay? There's something about that. It says you have gifts that are passed down from ancestors. I also, for some reason, saw like you've passed a test. I don't know what that's talking about because it's not on here, but I feel like there's something here, okay? It says new gifts emerge, cleanse your mind, or your third and your mind's eye. Oh my God, cleanse your third eye and cleanse your mind's eye. And it says psychic ability, trust your intuition. Yeah, cleanse your third eye, right? We see that with the crow. Because the crow energy is asking you to keep yourself as balanced and as grounded as possible. The past, the present, okay? Reconciling that energy. because there could be something here that's keeping you very trapped and very frustrated. Some of you guys, there could have been something from your past way back, right? And you've been tied down by this for a while. This could have been a really toxic, nasty, gross, like festering type of karmic situation. And unfortunately, it has caused you to crack many cups down the line, many cups that would have been good for you, people, places, things, right? That you have pushed off, turned down, discarded, whatever, because of this past karmic situation. And some of you guys, I'm getting this energy of somebody, I don't know why they're being so graphic. Maybe because I'm on like the back end of my own spiritual awakening and like everything's like fresh right now or something, or I just came off of my 48-hour fast. So like all the doors, everything's open right now in my mind. Like it's like I'm freaking out, man. Like it's like that kind of energy. But they're showing me somebody running out into the night, like the night. They're running out into the night, and there's lightning crashing around them, and there's like rain, and they're like, why? Right? I don't know. I feel like there's some energy here, Gemini, where either you did something, somebody did something, or you just keep sabotaging things, or there's a sense of that, or like, why can't I just break free of this? Why can't I let go of this? Why do I keep letting this fuck up that? You know, this is fucking up this. This is fucking up good things. This is stopping things. You know, why can't I just let go of it? There's something here with that, guys. Okay, so it's really important that you try to cleanse out that energy, and you're like, I feel like there's this energy where you're like, yeah, I'm fucking trying, okay? Like, you know, there could be something here where maybe this does end, because I don't know if we're going to pick up on this when we actually use this deck, but if my memory serves me correctly, because I used to use this deck all the time. Yes, I'm correct. The full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Okay, so there could be something here where this is the end of a really tough, long, drawn out cycle. And this cycle could have been like years that this has been going on for somebody, okay? Some of y'all might be having some fiery, you know what, during this full moon too, okay? So that might help cleanse some things out. I don't really know. I don't really want to get into it, but you take it as it resonates. So the firecracker is sudden action. It's about to pop off. Okay, so I do feel like your psychic energy is definitely popping off during this full moon. Like you feel very connected. Some of you guys could be connecting with another soul, whether you've met this person or not. There is this energy of like communicating back and forth, whether you're conscious of it, whether you're cognitively trying to do this or not. There is this energy here of communicating with a very strong soulmate or soul connection during this full moon, okay? Suddenly it could be like the floodgates were open. Maybe there was this situation where it's like, nope. And now all of a sudden the floodgates are open, okay? I do feel like you're getting some kind of vision during this full moon. And whatever this vision is that Spirit's showing you, it's important because it's almost like it's showing you a glimpse of what your future is about to be or what you can expect moving forward, okay? Yeah, broken wishbone with the spiritual love. Some of you guys have suffered through a really big loss, okay? There could have been something where, you know how like sometimes you do things and you don't realize what the consequences are going to be until it's done? There could have been something where either you did this, Gemini, or somebody else did this, but there's almost a situation of like, had I known that I was going to feel that much, I would have never cracked that cup. Like, I would have never done what I did had I known that I was going to feel like this, or this was the response, or this was going to be the reaction, or, you know, because I feel like something was done maybe really impulsively here with the cracked cup, or maybe it was like, you know, a temporary feeling, a temporary emotion caused a permanent result. Right? And doesn't that fucking suck when something like that happens? Like, yeah, I was angry, so I slammed down the phone, but I didn't know that was gonna be the last time I talked to that person. Or I was angry, so I, you know, I don't know. I slammed this door and then it cracked a cup that's been in my family for years, right? It's like something like that. Like a temporary emotion caused a very permanent outcome, and now I get this energy of somebody judging their choices and feeling really tied down because of that, feeling really like there's an upsetness here, okay? So again, Gemini, you take that as it resonates. Either this is you or this is something that happened to you or something like that. But I feel like there's something here where, again, this awakens something. It opens some kind of door. It was very much needed, very much like spiritually ordained here or orchestrated. Like something happened for a reason. I mean, everything happens for a reason, but especially this, okay? So let's get some details here. Let's get some details on this cracked cup. Oh, with this yoke energy here. 5 of Pentacles wanting to pop out. Yeah, it's like somebody like put themselves out, you know? It's like almost that kind of energy. It's like when you get, like when you rage quit a job and you're like, you know, in the moment, it might feel really fucking good, you know, to rage quit that job and to be like, yeah, fuck you guys, and I'm fucking out, right? And throwing off your fucking work uniform and driving off and all that shit. But then you get a little bit down the street, or you wake up the next day and you get a ping on your phone about a bill that's due or something, and you're like, fuck, why did I do that? You know, it's that kind of energy here, okay? So there's something here where it's like, dude, there's nowhere to go now but forward, Gemini. We can't go back, okay? And even if we did go back, we wouldn't be going back to the same situation. So it's almost like you have to go forward to even go back, because there's something that needs to be learned here. There's some kind of growth that needs to happen from this situation. So now you're out, right? Whether you put yourself out or somebody put your ass out, either way you out, okay? And it's like now we're out here in the cold, the bitter cold. We have to kind of make it through. You know, and for some of you guys, there could be this energy that's instantly willing to pick you up, because I'm almost getting the feeling of like, it's almost giving the energy of like you're driving down the street with somebody and somebody's like, you know what, I've had enough of your shit, and they fucking kick you out their car. They're like, get the fuck out, right? And so you're like, well, fine then, right? So you get out and you start walking, and I feel like it's almost the energy here of you have somebody roll up next to you and you're like, hey, you looking for a ride? And you're like, oh, no, thank you, right? And then you have somebody else roll up. Maybe this is a police officer or something. They're like, hey, are you needing any assistance? And you're like, yeah, I do, right? And so you get in that car. So it's almost like for those of you that feel like you got kicked out, okay? Or something ended or something like that. For you, right? Like you weren't the one that pulled that final blow or whatever. It's giving the energy of like there's going to be something that comes in instantly that tries to pick your ass up, and you're going to need to kind of resist that. And for others of you, or no, same group. Sorry guys, they're giving me several messages at once. Like slow down, guys, please. I feel like they're like coming from all angles right now. Tell them this and then tell them that. It's like calm down, one at a time. Please get in single file line. So the first opportunity that pops up after that initial where you got kicked out the fucking car, okay? I feel like there's a little bit of like road burn too, like you bounced, okay, for somebody. I'm sorry. You were like, ba-bump, ba-bump. Okay, got some fucking serious road burn. But anyways, I feel like there's a situation where it's like somebody tries to pick you up, okay? You're like, no, thank you. And then there's a true guardian or a true, why are they singing that song? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I feel so chaotic during this reading. I am like, you know, my intuition is just like on 150 right now. They're singing that song, then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. Okay, I don't know. There's something about that. Then you cast your fears aside, something, I don't know, but that's what they're singing, okay? So the first initial, like, because see how the ancestor is like, nope, we don't want to go in there, right? So the first initial saving is going to be like, no. But then this next one that comes along, that's the energy that you need to kind of jump on, go with, turn to. There's something like that, okay? Now, what I'm getting for the ones that actually like kick the person out the car, they like, because I'm getting somebody with their foot like kicking somebody out of a car, and they're not even all the way at a full stop. Like they're going like 10, 15 miles an hour. They're like, get your ass out my car, right? Kick them out the car. And I'm sorry if this actually really happened to somebody, because sometimes they give me intuitive hits and it's like some of this shit is just intuitive, and then others of it, it's like it actually fucking happened. So I'm sorry, I'm laughing, and it's not really funny if somebody did kick you out their car like that. That's totally uncalled for. But anyways, the person who actually kicked the person out, okay, left that boot print on their ass, okay, This person is gonna get down, they're gonna feel good. They're gonna be like, yep, that's right, bye. Okay, tied to that mouth, okay? For some of you guys, I'm tired of hearing that mouth, all right? They get down the road and then they're like, fuck, you know? They start thinking about it, you know, it's getting dark. They're worried about wolves. They're worried about, you know, the things that go bump in the night. They feel bad. They've calmed down. They see they were being an asshole, whatever the situation is, right? And so they go round back, but you're not there anymore, Gemini, okay? You're not there anymore. Or they try to come pick your ass up and you're like, fuck off, right? Like, it's something like that. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're not where they left you, okay? And that's because, again, you've been picked up now. So there's something here with that, all right? Or I'm seeing both sides, and I do tend to read for both sides with Gemini energy because I feel like I have all kinds in here. Some of you guys did the kicking out. Some of y'all were kicked out. Either way, there's something here with that. Everybody's kind of regretting like the situation and their choices and things like that. But at the same time, the person who was kicked out, they are pulling in on a sense of their own understanding. They're leaning on spirit. They're leaning on their ancestors and their guides. They're like, okay, we're on foot now. Shit. Some of y'all could have been kicked out with a child or something like that, but you're just like, we're on foot now and we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through this cold, bitter winter, and we're going to find our own sanctuary. Because I feel like there's like instantly people that are like, oh, come here, come do the do. And you're like, no, I'm not interested, right? So, sorry, that was a very long analogy, but that's what I basically got with that cracked cup energy, okay? So something could have happened now, and now with this full moon energy, it's time to really release that and transmute that. For some of y'all need to reconcile the past, whether you kicked somebody out the car or whether you were kicked out the car. It doesn't matter. The point is that situation has happened and it's time to kind of look towards the future now, okay? So why is Gemini, because this yoke energy is kind of connected to that, so I'm going to read this too. Why is this yoke energy here for Gemini with this full moon in Aries? This yoke energy, this feeling, this frustration. Yeah, because it caused a really big change. So for the people who feel like they were the cup that got cracked, they were the ones that got kicked out, it instantly changed, and it changed everything so fast and so drastically that you almost had like whiplash, you know. And anybody who's been in an accident, you've had whiplash before, you know that shit fucking hurts. It takes a long time to like kind of bounce back from that, and now you're on foot, you know, and now you're kind of like lost in the middle of nowhere, which is crazy too because it says lost on that card, okay? And you're like where the fuck even am I? Right? Like, I wasn't expecting to get kicked out of the car right now. Like, so I don't even know where I'm at. Like, you know, they had the GPS, they had the map. I was letting them drive. So you know, and then they just decided to just kick me out. So now what do I do? There could be something like that. It's like this change. Okay. And for, of course, those that did the kicking out of the person or whatever. Yeah. Like, this has radically changed the situation. A very impulsive move has had a permanent effect now. And now we just have to reconcile with what's happened. You know, I feel like this has actually, again, relieved both of you in a sense from a very frustrating karmic situation. Because number one, Gemini, you deserve to drive your own car. If you're the one that was getting kicked out, you deserve to drive the car too. Okay. And, you know, this has shown you that you can also depend on yourself. It's like a real test in resilience here and strength and, you know, an inner strength here. An inner perseverance. So you're learning all kinds of lessons, and this is radically going to change your fortune for the future in a very positive way. It's going to bring in all kinds of unexpected things. Like I said, when a hero comes along, look at him going to slay the dragon with the strength to carry on. I feel like we need to like light our lighters for that or something. I don't know why that song is so strong, but it is. Okay. But anyways, there's something here like that where this is actually opening you up to like a hero, or it's opening you up to like where you're going to run into situations, people, things now out here on this journey now that you suddenly find yourself on that you really weren't expecting. Now, for the person who did the kicking out, what this is radically changing and what this is breaking them from, or you, whoever this is from, is this karmic situation, because you ain't the first one that they kicked out the car like that, Gemini. You're not. Okay, this person has gotten good at that shit. Like, they know how to like with the wheel and everything to like make the door fly open and kick your ass out. Like, they're very good at it. Okay, so you're not the first one. You're not the only one that they've done that to. But for some reason, you were the one, right? You were the significant one. okay? Your spirit's pie, babe. We already know that. We know what happens with spirit's pie. You may do that to a lot of people, but when you come across spirit's pie, it's going to be a little different for you, okay? So there's something here where this has freed this person now, in a sense, from a karmic tie that was on them. It's painful for them. I'm not trying to give sympathy to them, because some of y'all were the ones that got kicked out and you're like, fuck that motherfucker, right? I get it. But I'm just trying to read every angle here of what I'm getting. I feel like for some of you guys, it was painful for them. They're in this sense of like a harsh reality now and a rude awakening of what their actions do. And maybe how they weren't seeing everything clearly. They were misunderstanding something. They took something a little bit too whatever. And so they made, a temporary emotion caused a permanent decision. And now they have to live with that. And there's some kind of karmic mess that they're going to have to clean up now. And this realization is bringing a change in their fortune as well in the future. Okay, so everybody is getting freed here. All right, even if it's shitty how it's happened, and even if people are all going in different directions and there's different lessons and all this stuff, still this yoke here is being released with this full moon. And it is a fiery climax, because it's like, I don't think that anybody was really expecting that. Even the person that did the kicking out, I don't think that they were necessarily expecting it to happen like that. Okay, so, you know, there's kind of like a shock type of energy. All right, the beetle. Okay, I'm hearing Beetlejuice, okay? I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I feel like there could be something here where it's like, maybe you have to, I'm hearing say my name, okay? So I don't know, there's something here with that. Because you know you have to say Beetlejuice's name 3 times for him to show up. So there could be something here where it's like you've tried to work on something, you tried to create some kind of abundance, you tried to create some kind of fortune, which we see anyways with that full moon in Aries, right? Roadblocks being lifted. So there's something here where it's like you've tried to create some kind of abundance several times. You're finally going to get it. Maybe you had to try something 3 times, you had to do something 3 times a charm, something about that, okay? What is this beetle energy, please? This good, great fortune that this full moon energy is either bringing in or helping show up. We have the 3 of Swords with the Knight of Cups coming out here. And then we have the Hermit. So for some of you guys, yeah, this was a fortunate event, what's happened, okay? Whether or not you can see that now or not, you will. That's the thing, okay? Because the cracked cup, if you remember, did come out with the beetle. So it was kind of attached to that. I feel like this 3 of Swords has freed you up now, because for some of you guys, you have a lot to offer. You know, you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give, whether this is in an emotional situation, a financial situation, a spiritual situation, whatever it is. It's like you're free now. You know, and you get to go and you get to give and you get to learn and you get to grow, you get to play, you get to do all these things. With the Hermit energy, there could be somebody who shows up in your life. I don't know if it's this energy or not, to be honest. I'm not going to really attach anything to that, because I think that the point here, especially with the crow energy, is to kind of move forward from the past and reconcile what's happened. So I don't want to take you through all that and then take you back and be like, hey, and this person's going to come back and they're going to be strumming the banjo outside your window. Like, I'm not saying all that, okay? I feel like there's something here where you are going to be meeting somebody. I'm still getting that in a Hero Comes Along song, okay? I feel like you're like, well, shit, I'm out here now. You know, I've been kicked out here in the middle of the fucking nowhere. I don't even know where I'm at. You know, I gotta find I gotta create a homestead. I gotta survive in this bitch, okay? Because for whatever reason, you're not going into the first thing that's offered to you. You're like, keep it moving, okay? So you're out here now with this Virgo energy in the woods, maybe quite literally for some of you guys. You're connecting with spirit, you're connecting with yourself, you're connecting with your guides. You know, you're formulating a new sense of worth and self, a new sense of a truth and clarity about yourself and who you are, because I feel like when you shed the skin, it was a bitch, right? It was a hard one to shed. So when you shed it, it's like, now I'm a whole new snake, right? So I got to go find a whole new way. I feel like there's something that's coming towards you. I don't feel like you necessarily see it. There's something about that, okay? Yeah, I feel like you're healing, you're shining. Okay, you have very strong, healthy boundaries up or something like that. I feel like on this path, you're going to fight off people who come to try to take from you and try to disrupt your energy and all that shit, right? Virgo, Aquarius energy is heavy here. But I feel like there's this energy here where it's like, I don't know, I feel like you're going to meet somebody. And this person's either going to open up some kind of fortune in your life. They're going to be maybe a business partner or somebody that's going to help you see your worth and help you kind of gain some kind of motivation to get back up and going. That's for some of you guys. For others of you, this could definitely be just a romantic partner. This could also be spirit guides, ancestors, trying to come and heal you, help you, give you this love. Okay? But I do feel like this opened you up, because had you stayed in that car with that person, you would have never been able to meet whoever this is or come across this opportunity or anything like that, okay? There's something about that, guys. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know if it resonates. I was not expecting this. This is a strange reading here, okay? Yeah, Gemini, I feel like you've been sitting on a treasure here. You've been sitting on something. You haven't released this either to the general public or just you haven't released it in forever, in a very long time. Some of you guys have a lot of love to give. Look at that cup. Look how it's overflowing. Look how everything it touches grows. You have the Midas touch when it comes to love, when it comes to your energy, when it comes to what you can create, what you can give. You put your good energy on people, people grow, they get better, things grow, things get better, things improve, And so Spirit's saying, keep some of that good energy to yourself. I'm seeing people with constant hands out, constantly wanting some of your whatever this energy is, and you're so used to giving it because you're so nice. You're like, here you go, a little bit for you, a little bit for you, a little bit for the homies, right? A little bit goes around, okay? And then you look and you're like, oh shit, I'm saving for myself. Well, that's okay. I know I can go to Fred. I gave Fred a lot. I remember when I was pouring that into Fred's cup, I gave him a lot. So I know that Fred will give me some back because I gave him more than enough. I gave him more than his share. So you go to Fred and you're like, hey Fred, when I was, giving out all my energy, I accidentally gave too much out. I don't have any. Can I get a little back from you? Fred's like, bitch, please. Okay, there's something like that. Fred's like, bitch, no, you can't have any back. Okay, so you learned that lesson. You learned that lesson the hard way, Gemini, okay? And so there's something here where it's like, now you have a treasure. Your energy is a gift. It's a gift. And it's not something that everybody deserves. Okay? It's not something that every situation deserves. So you're going to only give it out to people who really deserve it. And I feel like, yeah, there's somebody, I don't know, guys. I keep getting that when a hero comes along. There's somebody that's about to show up, okay? Or will be showing up in the future. Okay, this might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen the next day. Give it a month, give it 2 months, give it 3 months, 4, 5 months. Give it some time. This person is going to be deserving. This situation is going to be deserving. Okay. Also, you could be giving it to your children right now. You could give it to your family, your pets, your true friends, your hobbies, your skills, to the divine. Spirit loves you. Spirit wants to spend some time with you too. So there could be something here where it's like, stop giving it to people who don't deserve it. They don't appreciate it. And most importantly, when you realize you've given them a lot and you need a little bit back and they're like, bitch, please. You know what you could do though? You could get the fuck out of my car. That's what you could do, right? That's a big wake up call. Okay. What is this firecracker energy, please? The excitement. Something is about to pop off. What is this talking about with this full moon energy? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords with the Four of Wands. Wow. Because I feel like this is talking about your psychic energy here. I know that the Queen of Swords doesn't get the reputation in tarot land as being a psychic queen. I know that we kind of reserve that for the Queen of Cups, but I actually see the Queen of Swords as an incredibly psychic queen. Okay, I see somebody whose intuition is on point. They're very clear. They're very direct. They can look at things from a higher perspective, right? But they can also look at things from a grounded perspective because they have that life experience. So this is somebody whose heads can definitely be up in the cloud, right? And they can definitely get messages from the divine. But there's also something here with the gray hair and just the wisdom. And also this is the Queen of the Swords, right? We know what the sword suit's about. That's a lot of pain. It's a lot of growth. It's a lot of transformation. So this is the queen of that. So this person has had a lot of life experience, healed a lot, grown a lot. And I feel like that's what's happening with you, okay? Now, for some of you, you might know that somebody is karmically getting their ass whooped, okay? I don't know. I have been told by my ancestors to not worry about it. I don't really worry about karma anyways, but they just, you know, came in. They're like, look, Jess, just don't even worry your pretty little head about anything but healing, moving forward, and taking care of yourself, okay? And I feel like that's what you need to do too, Gemini. But there is something here where there is some kind of drama or something that's popping off with somebody around you. I also feel like anybody who's trying to impede on your energy in this full moon, because you know full moon, when the freaks come out at night, what? I don't know why they're singing that, but that's what they're singing. But there's something here where the freaks do be coming out during the full moon, okay? And that's when people like to do their little rituals, and they like to try you, and they like, you know what I mean? So there could be something like that going on. That would be a mistake, right? That would be a mistake on their part, because I feel like you are like double guarded up right now. There's something about your energy where not only are you on point, not only do you have your boundaries up and you're doing your protective measures and all of that, you also have your guardian here that's looking out for you, right? This is the Queen's Knight. He's not gonna let anybody in. And he's fast too. Look at him on his broom, okay? He's very fast. So there's something here where somebody's ancestors, guides, whatever, like they're ready, you know? And I don't know, there's something about this ancestor. I never really noticed it. If you have this deck, you can see the face on this cat where he's like, damn, okay? So there's something here where somebody's got, either you defend yourself so like flawlessly that your ancestors are like, damn, I didn't think that they had it in them, right? Or this is your guardian, your spiritual guardian defending you, and your ancestors or your guides being like, damn, okay? But there's something like that where you will be defended if somebody tries to pop off with you during this full moon, if there's any kind of drama, or if somebody is using any kind of witchy type of energy, trying to manipulate energy, whatever that is. If somebody's trying to do that shit during this full moon, it's not going to end well for them, okay? So some of y'all might not even know about that, but there could be somebody who's trying to put something on your house. There could be somebody who's put something around your house, okay? I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but I feel like when you leave to go to the store or the doctor's or somewhere else, or maybe even leave to go over to somebody's house and somebody comes around back and like they've put something on your property. I don't know who that's for or what they're talking about, but that's what they're showing me. They're showing me somebody rounding back and putting something on your property, or putting something on your house, or they're trying to, or they've buried something on your property. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Okay. This could have been a counterpart situation or something where somebody fucked around and found out, and now, I don't know. There's some kind of spiritual protection coming through, and that person is not fucking happy about it, or they feel bad. Somebody could feel bad about what they've done. Somebody could have, the one that kicked you out, if you were the one that was kicked out the car, Gemini, there could be something here where, yeah, now your guides are defending you like viciously, to the point of where it's almost like a little bit like antagonizing, like, damn, bruh, you know? Like you gave them road burn, we're gonna give you face burn, right? There's something about that for somebody. Like somebody is pissed off somebody's ancestors or somebody's guides or spiritual support or whatever, you know, like that wasn't the role you were supposed to play. You weren't supposed to kick him out the car. Maybe they weren't supposed to ride with you forever, but you damn sure weren't supposed to put your foot up their ass and fuck them, you know, like kick them out and do all that. Like it wasn't, I don't know. Somebody hurt somebody is basically what I'm getting, and their ancestors, their guides are not fucking pleased because that's not what this, the meaning of this was supposed to be here with the Four of Wands, and this person feels it, Gemini. So I don't know. Let's move the fuck on, okay? Because the main point and the main focus really is your healing here, okay? So that is for somebody. What is this I, this psychic ability? Trust your intuition. Then I got to go because I got lots of stuff to do today, actually. What is this trust your intuition talking about? Yeah, because I feel like during this full moon, you're getting a lot of messages, right? And some of the messages you're able to understand, you're able to decipher and ground into a physical present moment of like, okay, well, I can see that happening, or I can see what this is talking about. But then there's other messages that are so far out there that you're just like, I don't even know if this is for me, what this is talking about, if this is an outside energy coming in, right? Because I told you, some of y'all could have a strong spiritual connection with somebody, and there could be a lot of psychic back and forth during this full moon energy. So if that's the case, some of you guys could be like, am I picking up on their messages? Is this them? Is this me, right? There's a need to kind of sit down and maybe write things down. Write down the thoughts that are coming into your head unexpectedly. Maybe try to channel some writing. Do like a channeled writing or something that might help for somebody. I feel like your psychic energies, though, during this full moon are showing you a new beginning. It is showing you what path you need to take, what cliff you need to jump off of, right? Like what leap of faith you need to take. There's something about that for somebody here, okay? For sure. Gemini, we have the Gemini energy coming out with a sail away, okay? I feel like that's what your psychic energy is telling you to do, right? Sail away, move on from choppy waters, let go of some kind of conflict, or move away from it, right? There's this energy here of allowing yourself to heal, getting on the same page with yourself here. For real, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Seeing the truth of a situation, like I had said, with the crow energy, Spirit really wants you to reconcile the past and the present energies so you can move forward. Because I do feel like you have this sincere wish that's going to be granted. I was like, what is the sincere wish? The 9 of Pentacles, to feel strong, to feel steady, right? Some of you guys want that 10th Pentacle. You want a commitment, or you want, again, when a hero comes along, right? You want somebody who's going to come in and give you exactly what you're offering, you know? And I feel like that's a sincere wish. That is what's coming towards you, or at least in the future. But first we have to transmute out all of this messiness, it feels like. Let's do the Moonology for the advice and additional messages. Be interesting to see what cards come out here. Gemini, for this, oh Lord, for this full moon. Okay, we have take time to breathe out. And then we have a new start is coming. Wow. Okay, Gemini. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, so the take time to breathe out, that is literally like what I'm getting here with like the whole car situation that I was channeling. I feel like things were just getting very heavy or stuffy, or there was just too much or something like that. Like there needed to be that cracking of the cup, even if it was violent, or even if it was like something like, damn, did it have to go down like that? Maybe no, maybe it didn't. Maybe that's why somebody's ancestors are up in somebody's ass right now, because it's like there's a way to do things, motherfucker, right? Like maybe somebody's ancestors are like, you need to be taught a lesson, okay, or something like that. But I feel like either way, like the release of the pressure was needed, okay, because it was like a pressure cooker that somebody needed to pop it. Or like, you know how like when you're pickling something and you need to burp it, so you have all those gases and fumes that are building up when you're trying to, like, I don't know, make sauerkraut or something like that. Maybe somebody's doing that. But like when you're making sauerkraut and you have to kind of every once in a while go in there and burp the top, you know, unscrew the top, lift it, let the air come out a little bit so it doesn't explode all over you, right? When you actually do go to check on it in a couple months so it hasn't exploded or it doesn't explode. So there could be something like that where the pressure on a situation need to be released. It didn't need to be released like that. Like they could have just burped the top. They didn't need to, like, you know, throw the whole fucking jar on the ground. But again, somebody, that was their karmic lesson of how to handle situations. You know, there's a way to do things. So there's something about that, guys. Okay, this new start is coming regardless. I find it interesting though, in a full moon with the eclipse reading, we're getting a new moon energy that's coming out. But like I had said, you know, the end is but a beginning that's waiting. We have the full moon in Gemini. There's your energy, Gemini. Old card showing up in your own fucking reading. It says the answers you need are coming from a distance. Okay, I don't know why I feel like saying that, but I feel like for some of you they are. Okay, like the answers that you need are coming in from a distance. Okay, prosperity lies ahead. I told you. For some of you, if this is not talking about a connection, this could be talking about that singular pentacle you need to create that solid foundation, to get to that 10 pentacles, to create that legacy, to create that financial freedom. Right now, some of you guys are feeling really secure. You're feeling okay, but things could get better. Right now, you have a little bit of recognition. You're doing well, but things could get better. You know, right now your business is okay. It's good. It's up and going, but you know, it could get better. So there's something about that, guys, where your prosperity is lying ahead, and this is a wish that you've had. Whatever your wish is, Gemini, wishes, you know, it's for everybody. It's different. It's not going to be the same for everybody. I'm going to have to tag that song, if I can remember, in the comments, when a hero comes along. It's either when a hero comes along or then a hero comes along, something like that. We have the new moon in Aries. It says it's time to take action. Be bold and make the first move, Gemini, okay? So be bold and make the first move when it comes to things that you want, all right? Meditate and contemplate during this full moon. I feel like there's something here about journaling or something. Like, it's really important. And then we have the end of a tough cycle, the full moon in Capricorn, with adjustments are required. So things are still kind of falling into place. Again, there's a sense of kind of making your way forward or finding your way through, like the muddled energy that you might feel right now, because I noticed, like, on these two cards and even on this card, this one, they're drawing me too, like, what do you need to release? Adjustments are required. Take time to breathe out, a new start. There's a lot of this, like, energy of, it's just crowded, right? But you need clarity. Okay, so that could be something that's coming in during this full moon, is some clarity. All right, guys, that has been your reading. And I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.